Well, we've missed you too.
It would be so nice to be running into one another's houses, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello, baby. How you
Hey.
doing? I'm finally getting around to all the letters I was going to write, and all I was going to do. But anyway, I've been thinking about y'all all day long, and I said I got to call them before I go to bed.
Well,
What's going on?
nothing new, just same old stuff.
I tell you, we're amazed at what a time we had. It was just out of this world. And
Well,
the biggest part of it was getting to come to your house. I called old Margaret tonight, and I told her you'd say, I'll put on the coffee. But it was a joy, a real joy.
yeah, I've thought about you saying all I've had is instant.
I did. I lived on it a week. For 1 week of instant coffee. And he said my dope level had dropped so low I couldn't direct him. I tell you, he gets a bang out of me because he does that at my expense,
Yeah.
But he had the best time.
Well,
He's
good.
gone to India,
Really?
Yeah, took off. Let's see. Friday, called me from the airport. I had to work Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday because he left to see about his mother.
Mm.
And he don't tell us till he gets ready to go. Jolly called me tonight, his wife.
Mm-hmm.
Said he didn't when he got ready to pull off with me, he said, Jolly, would you do so-and-so and so-and-so because I'm leaving for India Friday.
Mm.
But is he not a curiosity?
Yeah. Where is Jolly from?
There. They were chosen for one another.
Yeah.
And his father, her father was his professor
Wow.
in college. He was Dr. Rahman.
Hmm.
Anyway, and they were chosen for one another. Isn't that something?
Yeah.
They have no romance or anything like that.
Their families chose them.
That's it.
Yeah.
They were chosen as children.
Mm-hmm.
But he had to finish school, come over here, and make a showing that he could come get her.
Oh.
Before he could marry her. So that's what he did. When I met him, I think they'd been married 15.
Mm.
So now must be about. And his little girl, he's got that one little girl.
Yeah.
Jolly called me tonight and said she broke her wrist.
Oh, no.
In a lot of pain till they can get to an orthopedic doctor in the morning.
Yeah.
But anyway, I just couldn't miss telling y'all what a time we had.
Oh, well,
And I pulled out my book. The book, I told you about Grandfather Willie's?
Uh-huh.
It's House Upon a Rock. But now I'm going to Christian Life and Tapes and see if I can get it and send it to you.
Oh, well, no, I can get it.
I hope it's still in print. But I've been laying here reading it, and it's exactly, they first thought he was a mulatto because he was dark.
Uh-huh.
But it goes back. It bears in the appendix. It tells that he grew up in Layden County, South Carolina, but they believe that he was, that's right at the border of North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
And see, that's where they said he came from the Cherokee. Okay, that bears that out, everything they're telling about him. So I want y'all to have it.
Well, I'll check around tomorrow and see if I can find it.
But the name of it is House Upon a Rock.
Okay, I wrote it down.
And why don't you try the library?
Okay.
Try there. But anyway, I have neglected telling y'all, but we did have a most wonderful time. I slept most of the way home. He told me that he went 90 miles an hour, and I didn't know it. That's what he told me.
You wouldn't let him go that fast?
No, not if I'd have known it. But I did. I just passed out.
That's what I do if I'm riding with somebody.
If I'm going home. But now, on the way up there, I was too excited.
Mm-hmm.
See? But then I just let it, just went to sleep. And we got in about the same time. At about 7:15 or something like that. But anyway, and I turned right around and went back to work. I've been kind of beat this week. You know what that's like.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're so proud of y'all. And I can't wait to come back, tell you the truth.
Well, us too. We enjoyed you and enjoyed everything. Our visit with you here and at Jerry's.
I'm mean. And Jerry, Charlotte, you need to call him. Or if I don't like to be a burden.
Yeah.
But he tells me the same thing. He's lonely. You know what he told me? Aunt Billie, would you call me and let me know y'all got home? So I did, and he said, we have put in one more lonesome day. He said, but we have a lot of lonesome days, but he said company makes it worse.
Yeah.
Isn't that sad?
Because they have to leave.
Yeah. And as far as we could see him, he was standing in the drive. And I didn't want to leave either one of y'all.
Well.
I'd be like Daddy said, he wished he could build a fence around us. Oh, keep it together, but that's not the way life works.
No.
But I
But
called Margaret tonight, and she seems to be doing good.
I talked to her this morning.
She told me, everything I hear, y'all had a good trip, and I said, the best. I hadn't heard from her in a while, and I keep in touch with her because I worry about her down there.
Yeah.
She said Johnny's wife was there tonight, answered the phone, and she said they're doing good.
Well, she sounded better.
Yeah. But I don't have any news, baby.
No, me neither, but...
Tell me, have you talked with Michael?
Let's see, he called Thursday and then Sunday, and I sent him his package, and he probably got it Friday or Saturday, his cigars.
Yeah.
And I sent him a copy of that poem I'd written for his parents, and so I'm just waiting for him. I may call him next weekend if I hadn't heard from him.
Yeah. But all of that, Charlotte, I am so relieved. What I'm saying is, I'm so sure that everything is right.
Yeah.
I have no doubt, and it's gonna work out. I just am amazed at how good God is to us.
Yeah.
Because I love Him without even seeing Him.
Yeah.
And we all will. And all I could say is I wish I could erase all of that for you, but we'll make up for lost time. Reba told me the other day something. I told her I felt better than I had in years, but I got that whipped out of me. But she said, Mama, God said He'd restore your youth.
Mm-hmm.
He'd renew you. And what is it? Restore the years that the locusts eat.
Yeah.
So that's what we have to do. And we'll look at it like that.
Yeah, I had told him there's folks in the family that love him and want to meet him. Yeah.
I love him. Tell him I said I'd squeeze him to death. Might rock him in the rocking chair. You run him completely off.
No, when I told him all that, he said, well, I'll just have to breeze on over. But
yes, sir. He sure will. And I tell you what, I didn't go too far with it because I was afraid I'd start something. But when I told Hardy about it, he said, where is he? Did I tell you this? I said Austin. Oh, I'm not far from Austin. Tell Michael, he said.
Yeah, that'd probably do him good.
Yeah, like he was going to rip over there. And see, we can't do that. We have to wait.
And where is Hardy? In Athens? Athens.
And tell Michael that Hardy is the Dodge dealer.
He's a dealer?
He's a dealer.
Wow.
He's got his business card, and he drives a truck, Dodge truck, that looks like a hearse. I've never seen a pickup. Hey, I'll be truthful, it's the ugliest truck I ever saw in my life. It looks like a fire truck. But it's the top of the line Dodge. He's a Dodge dealer.
Well, didn't he start out as a salesman?
I think so. But he's a dealer. Not only that, he's a cow dealer, cattle.
Oh, I thought he was a cattle broker.
Everybody did, but nobody knows that old Hardy slipped into dealership.
Well, that's good.
So there's something else to be proud of.
Yeah.
Laird said he was a junk man. Never would be nothing but a junk man.
Well.
We can't tell about that.
No. Me and Sister had thought about, like, Memorial Weekend, if we can work it out. I guess we have to kind of go by Mike's schedule because he plays in a band and he works security at concerts. Plus, he's got another job that he's going to go back to. He's been laid off from. So if he can't work it out to come Memorial Weekend, we'll just have to work it whenever he can come.
Well, we don't care.
No.
In fact, Charlotte, don't think you've got to make it Memorial Weekend, because any time that y'all could get together would be a Memorial Weekend for us.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't have to wait that year.
Yeah.
No, I want you to know that. All you'd have to do is just give us a little warning, and we would roll out the red carpet.
Yeah.
So, what of us is here,
Right.
We could really do it up right. And if it's in the wintertime, we'll build a fire and cook like we used to here. Anyway, we'll make it right.
Yeah.
And I don't like waiting till next year.
No, I don't really either.
And Eva Carolyn knows how glad we'd be.
Yeah.
So you just, y'all name it. All we need is a little warning.
Whenever he thinks he can do it, then
let's do it.
That's when we'll do it.
Mm-hmm, let's do it. We don't care when that is.
Right.
So do you remember that? When I told you Memorial Day, I just meant to put in a few days if everybody could, but we're ready anytime.
Yeah. Yeah, us too. So.
Yeah. And in fact, I think the sooner the better. I'd love to go ahead and meet him because something may happen to me.
That's why something's telling me that something may happen to me too, or
me.
Whoever.
I'm gonna be like Savannah now. It's gonna be me.
Or it could be anybody.
Well, it could be anybody.
It could be him, anybody.
We just don't put things like that off.
No.
So and we'd love for Eva Carolyn and them.
Oh yeah, and her.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. We're thinking about getting a cabin at Caddo Lake at Karnak.
Man, I've been wanting to do that all my life.
That's a state park there.
I know it.
I don't know what the cabins look like though.
I think they're nice. I think Glenn and took his little grandchildren up there one time and they did that.
And Sister and them could come and Mike could come and.
Wouldn't that be wonderful?
Yeah, and we could cook and.
Now that would be heaven.
Yeah. So I put in an order from the Texas State Parks thing today to send me brochures on the cabins. I want to, if they have any pictures of them, I don't know. But I'm working on it to see.
Well, good for you.
What's what?
Because now that wouldn't be too bad for him, would it?
No. It's 325 miles from Austin to Shreveport. But Karnak would be about the same because you kind of just, you go on up instead of coming to Shreveport.
Go above, north of
It's all city.
Yeah.
Karnak, Uncertain, right all in there together.
Yeah, where the film was made on Caddo.
Yeah.
Lake, where all the movies was made.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful spot over there.
So we could either come visit y'all or y'all could come to the cabin?
But I'd love for you to come visit us too.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
We'd be close enough.
Yeah. We liable to come over there and get a cabin and then I'll come back to Shreveport.
Yeah.
I'm in for anything.
Yeah, me too.
I don't want to goof around the rest of my life.
Me either, Bibbie.
No, we got a lot of living to do.
That's right. That's the way I feel about it.
Yes, sir.
So
any time that we can all get Reba just tell over and over tonight how good God is to us.
That's right.
And she said, to tell the young people what a family we've got. That's what she keeps telling me. Tell the boys. Tell the children, young people.
I've kind of always thought that we could write a book with all the stories we have in our family.
We could write 3.
Yeah.
And they'd be good, too.
Yeah.
We got tragedy and triumph. What is it? The agony and the ecstasy.
Yeah. I'm serious.
Oh, I'm very serious. I've always wanted to pick up on Grandma and right on through, like Abby Deal and her descendants.
Uh-huh.
The heartache. It would make you cry your heart out, and then through it always had the laughter.
That's right. So maybe that can come forth, too.
I don't know who. Well, you're the only writer that I know of. I've got to write about panic attacks and phobias. You and Mark can write the history. Do you believe I've got to go to typing now? He put that old typewriter in my car, and I got it here, and I didn't even want to look at it. I hadn't set it up on the table or nothing. But I got to get started. And all I know is that I got to write that book. Gene said, I hope you help him.
Well, I think it's wonderful. I think y'all make a good pair.
Well, we're a team, all right. But he laughs, Charlotte, till he cries. I can make him just cry. And I think that's what keeps him going, and that's the reason he wants to keep me with him.
Yeah.
He said by the time he listened to those people all day long,
I imagine.
then I bring him down to where it really is,
He said you were like a mother to him and a grandmother to his child.
Yeah, she calls me Grandma, and Jolly said tonight she would talk to you, but they've got her on pain pills till in the morning. And I know that'll kill him. Oh, that'll hurt him. She turned over on her bicycle. They just took the training wheels off, and
Mm.
Jelly said she cried all night, and she didn't think she was hurt.
Yeah.
And then got up this morning, her hand was swollen, so she took her.
You know, that happened to Mark. He went down the slide at Agnew, and I didn't think anything about it. And then it's kind of he kept saying it hurt, but you couldn't see anything
She
wrong.
said she did, and she rushed. You know, she'd touch it, kiss it, and said she finally thought she was putting on.
Yeah.
And then all night she'd kind of wake up crying, and then this morning it was really swollen. So she took her to the emergency room, and they told her she needed to see an orthopedic doctor in the morning, early.
Yeah, his was fractured.
So they was upset tonight, and she said she grew so tired of just them two by themselves all the time, which is really the truth.
Yeah.
While he's up at Nashville enjoying life with me.
Yeah. Well, he needs to take her on a vacation.
But they go all the time. You know, he's in the Naval Reserve, and they go to Pensacola, and they go to Seattle.
Mm.
They just go. So, and they've been to India this summer. So, but then she don't like him to leave her.
Yeah. Well, I can understand that.
Yeah. She said it was so lonely there in that house. And he says they're afraid that they lock up in there at 6 o'clock, and both of them scared. And he told me, he said, I don't know what help I'd be to him if something broke in. I never had a gun in my hand. One thing about him, Jerry said he's so sincere.
Yeah, he is.
I mean, just like a child.
Yeah.
But we went in that Indian village, and, you know, they were dark.
Uh-huh.
And that just, before his eyes lit up, and he whispered and said, Billie, people can think you're my mother. I said, sure, yeah.
He's the cutest
He
thing.
wants to be in this family. He
What?
said, Charlotte, he said he had traveled all over this world, and it's true. It's nowhere that he hadn't been. He said he had never, ever met a family like us.
Well, I believe him.
Well, that's what he said. Now, he thinks that he just said he never had met a bunch of people like us. Honest, sincere, truthful. Just no put on, no pretend.
Mm-mm.
So I guess we are special.
I think so.
We'll have to say that we are.
I believe it.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I'll give Jerry a call this week, and I'll call Mike and tell him as soon as he thinks he can cut loose
Yes, sir.
from his schedule.
Because Savannah and Essie and me, and I don't know who else is here. I know Margaret would be so thrilled.
Yeah.
But all of us love him already. Tell him that.
Well,
He's already well situated.
Yeah. I hadn't heard about it. Has anybody told Aunt Savannah?
Oh, yeah. Of course, let me tell you, Charlotte, honey, she can't remember hardly from one statement to the next.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all picked up on that.
No.
Yeah. She'll say, you know that man you went with?
Huh.
And she'll say, you know. Well, we don't know.
Mm.
But yeah, I'm fine, baby. I'm talking to old Charlotte. Anything you want to... Well, you come tell him. Oh, he said he had to go to the bathroom. He just said, Mom, you all right?
Well, did you tell Randy how special he made my little record?
Oh, I knocked on his door that night. I said, I forgot to tell you what Charlotte... He said, I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It meant so much. I told him exactly what she said.
I always thought he was very talented.
He don't think so. But anyway, I believe he's getting better.
Well, I hope so.
He's getting better. And he'll be anxious to meet Michael.
Oh, yeah. I think Michael looks like, as I think about it, like you and Mommy and
Now, I do, too.
and Moni said he looks like our people down in Lake Charles, like Wade and them.
He does. And I can see a resemblance in his face of everybody, of the men in the family.
Yeah.
And I sure can. It's very, very clear. Here's old Randy. Let him tell y'all some big lie.
Hey, Charlotte.
Hey, Randy.
How are you doing?
Good.
Hey, Mark, you on the line?
Yeah.
How
Hey.
you guys doing?
Hey, pretty good.
Good. Just wanted to say hi to you. Me and Daddy have seen some of the crummiest football we've ever seen today, so we're starting our week off a little bizarre.
Well, yeah, I don't watch football much, but I tried to watch that Florida-Tennessee game, and
Well, I didn't get to watch that, so I got all comfortable today, and all my teams got blowed out. So that's the way it goes. So be it. Well,
Yeah.
anyway, let me give you back to Mom, y'all. Glad y'all are doing good, and we love you.
Love you too.
Love you too.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Yeah, him and Gene stays wrapped up in that football. You sound like a big crowd in there. I don't like no football. I'm back here watching Columbo. I've seen it 4 times.
I like Columbo.
I love Columbo. He's bizarre.
But I'll call Mike this week and see what we can work out. He's just he doesn't know how to handle being in between, I don't think, me and his
No,
parents.
Charlotte. Now, look, put yourself there.
Yeah, I know. I have. And he doesn't really know what to do when it comes to
Not
them.
yet, but you know what? Time will take care of that.
Yeah.
You have to get familiar with the thing. It just blows your mind at first. He really probably doesn't know how to handle the other end.
Right, he doesn't. So, I don't know, just...
He'll handle it in his own way, and most likely it'll be right. You know?
Yeah. So...
Rita said tonight, now you know, this is a different situation. Like you said, it's different.
Mm-hmm.
But we had a time with our khaki bunch.
Mm.
They were, you know, and she said tonight that finally the boys got a perspective. You know, they got their own bearing.
Yeah.
But we spent our life giving over to them.
Mm.
And now they know what they want to do.
Yeah.
It shows up. So you just have to let it happen. We never put up a fight, never said a word.
Yeah.
Like you say, your case is different, but you're going to let him find himself.
Yeah.
This is a big thing to swallow.
Yeah, that's right. But I think it's working out the way
It's still working out beautifully, honey.
supposed to.
It's going to work out beautifully.
But I can't believe I got to see you twice.
Now, I tell you what, if we'd have rode around Nashville all night long, I was coming back. And I think we really messed Gail up, but you know, 'cause I don't care. I was coming back there. So, but we could have got there an hour earlier if we hadn't rode all over. And he said my dope level dropped too low.
I know, but it was so good to see y'all.
But didn't he rear back and enjoy himself? And that coffee brought him to.
Yeah.
We were beat. I'm telling you, we were sick. And that just refreshed us. And then when we got to the other place, we were smiling. But I'm not going to keep y'all. I just wanted you to know that I loved you. And I thank you. And need to send you some money on that long distance.
Oh, no. That is nothing.
That was a nightmare out there trying to get out.
Mm.
You know, trying to call out.
Yeah.
And I know we left a bunch of operator-assisted calls on old Jerry's phone. I got to tell him about it.
I'm sure it doesn't matter.
And he said, ain't Billy, it'd be 35 cents or so.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Anyway, we wouldn't take it back. We wouldn't take nothing for that trip.
No, but...
You know, Ephraim wants to move us all up there. He said he'd move all of us.
That's what he said. But he said, I can't find another Billie.
No. He wondered if we could come up there and work a week and come back here and work a week. You know, dragging me around like a dead person. But he's a lot of fun. He is fun.
He could rent you an apartment up here.
Huh?
He could rent you an apartment up here.
Well, that's what he wants. He's wondering if we could work. See, he's had, y'all, a Tennessee license ever since he was at Vanderbilt. The only 2 states. He keeps up his license in Tennessee.
Wow.
And Louisiana. So he could come up there anytime he wanted to and set up. He's had his license since 78, I think.
Wow.
So what I'm saying, you know, that's what he's wanting, but he wants to start an office there, but he can't do it by himself.
Yeah. Well, I wish there's some way we could help him.
So I do too.
Because Mark would be real good with that.
I mean, y'all, if you can understand it.
I can't hardly understand what he says.
Well, I could. I can understand.
Did you, Mark?
Yeah, I could understand.
You know what? Essie said she believes she made Jerry mad. So Essie and Jean and them can't understand him too well. Essie said, Jerry, could you understand him? understand him. I understood him thoroughly. So, but see, I do too. And did from the day I met him. But Gene sure can't. And you'd do worse with Jolly.
Oh, my goodness.
Now, I tell you one thing. It would have helped them to take a little English course.
Well, what about the child?
Beautiful English. And beautiful what do you call it? Bengali.
Bengali?
Uh-huh. She can translate between me and her other grandmother just fluently, perfectly. Speaks perfect English because that's all she's ever known.
Yeah.
But I believe she'd be happy if they took an English course.
Well, what country is the child from?
Charlotte, she's from there.
From India?
Mm-hmm. Jolly. And did I tell y'all she's adopted?
Yeah.
But we're not ever supposed to let on because they haven't told her. And you know what? Now they're knowing that they should have told her.
Yeah.
Now they don't know what to do. And they're in a big turmoil. And the child knows that she's adopted.
Yeah, she knows.
So what they've done is build a monster.
Yeah. They need to get...
Yeah, they want to know if me and their next-door neighbor, Yvonne Whittington, can get together with them and all this and that and the other. And it shouldn't have happened that way. It should never build up to this.
Yeah, but if that's the only way they'll do it, then it needs to be done. You know.
But she is Jolly wanted a baby so bad. I remember that was 80. I went to work for him May of 87. And that fall, right after I started work for him, she went home. And I went to work May the 21st. She came back along in November. And he was so happy at work till I couldn't understand it. And one morning he said, Billie, Jolly brought back a baby. I said, what? He used to say when I first met him, unfortunately, we can't have children.
Yeah.
Anyway, she brought it to show me. And I'm telling y'all, it was born August the 25th. I guess they come back in September, October. That's when she told him. She said, I am going home and I'm not coming back till I find a baby. And I think that she had a choice of 3. And she told me it was the hardest thing she ever had to do. In fact, she took one out and kept it overnight and then took it back and got the one she'd seen.
Yeah.
And her name, they named her Sheeple, which means healer. And she named herself Tara.
Tyler?
Tara. She went to school and heard that name and loved it. So I don't call her that, but different people. The teacher told her, Jolly said, it's all right. Let her, and they called her Tara. So I don't know. They're different to us. But they idolize that child, and now they don't know how to tell her she's adopted.
Well, if they need you and
the girl already knows it.
Yeah. You sense it in your spirit.
Yeah, they don't think they can do it. They said, he said, Jolly's made a big thing out of it. She wants you and Yvonne to come and sit down with us.
Well, then do it.
Well, I will. I will if that's the way they want to handle it.
Yeah.
Because if she gets in trouble, she calls me. If she found her cat dead and she called me and I said, did your mother know it? And said, no, she's outside. And then I tell her how to do what to do. She called me Grandma. I feel sorry for that whole family.
Yeah.
Well, listen, I've talked y'all's ears off.
Well, no, this is a wonderful call.
And haven't let Mark say nothing.
Oh, well.
He usually just listens.
Yeah, well, he gets an earful.
Yeah. I like to listen.
I hadn't had anything funny happen.
Well, no, you don't have to have anything funny.
No, but I try to think of something to end on a cheery note.
Well, this is a cheery note to me.
Glenn always tells me a joke, and the same one he told me in the morning, he tells me again at night.
Well, I haven't seen him in a long time.
He said, Charlotte. I told him what a good time we had there. Charlotte used to visit me.
Yeah, and we seemed to skip him.
Well, next time, he had fallen yesterday. He always calls me and tells me if he falls. See, that's the reason I said Charlotte time is important.
That's right. That's right. So we need to go ahead and
Yeah.
do it.
So anytime, all you got to do is just let us know,
Okay.
and we'll put on the Ritz. Can you imagine the Stooges putting on the Ritz?
You don't have to put on anything. Just a
no,
cup.
we'd just be so happy.
Just a pot of coffee.
Yeah.
That's it.
Oh, I'll make chili, do it up. We'll do lots of things.
What did Uncle Glenn have to say to this?
No, I think it like to kill him.
Mm-hmm.
I think it come right near killing him. I do. I really do. It hurt him that bad.
Well.
It was just. It's so momentous. I mean, what do you call it? Preposterous.
Yeah.
That anything could get by us like that.
Yeah.
You know, it hurts us, Charlotte. It makes me fighting mad that we had no chance to do anything.
Well.
But anyway.
We'll see how soon we can work it out.
That hurt him. Hurt him bad. Hurt Gertrude. Yes, sir. Because it was nonsense, as this one said, pure nonsense.
Yeah.
He'll always say, that's nonsense. What are you talking this nonsense?
Oh.
But Charlotte, like Hardy said, Bibbie, that's just the way it was done in the 60s.
Well, that's true.
You know, he didn't want us to say anything derogatory about anybody. He said that's just the way it was.
Yeah. Well, that's true. Millions of women.
That's what he said. He said it just simply wasn't today, and that's the way it was handled. But it hurt him too bad. Hurt everybody.
Well, we'll see how soon we can work it out.
Yes, sir. And let us know. That's all you got to do. And by no means try to wait till May.
Well, I really didn't want to.
Well, heck no. You know, we can reunion every weekend if we want to. We don't have to wait. Like I'll be by Savannah, like it was the Savannah and the hat.
And what? The hat?
Yeah, when she made us stick hats on our heads and say, Shelby said, how was Aunt Savannah? What kind of person was she? And I said, well, let me see. And, well, they all burst out laughing while I was trying to think up something. Every one of them burst out laughing. And I said, no, she was high class.
Yeah.
And I said, always had high ideals. And I said, she looked at the fashion magazines and Emily Post, and she was going to make us look right and do right. And I said, she wouldn't let us leave the house without a hat and gloves. And I said, I got about in my teens, and I looked at myself in the glass with a hat crammed down over my head, and I said, oh, I'm not going to wear this. And she said, oh, you have to. And I said, why? She said, because they say. And I said, well, who says? Well, they say. I said, well, they can have it. So they just died laughing, but that was the truth. And Shelby said, well, Aunt Billie, he don't know if Glenn always was the way he was. And I said, yeah, always. He was a storyteller, and I said he'd gather up all of his friends, and then while he told them stories, they'd do up all his work. And Jerry punched me under the table and pointed at Shelby. And I said, and they called him Funny Man. And they said, well, Aunt Billie and that big family, who were the victims? There were bound to be some victims in that family. I said, well, it was the two on either side of your grandmother. Well, that was all they wanted.
Well, who was that?
Margaret and Elsie.
Oh. Oh.
And to see that implicated Essie, who they call her Al Capone. They call her the Big E.
Well, I just can't wait to see y'all again.
I can't either, honey.
And
I'm sorry I'm coughing and chewing in y'all's ear, but the only way I can talk is to keep a cough drop.
Well,
I need this cough to go away.
Yeah. Well, I'm just glad to hear your voice.
Yeah, well, I thought of y'all every day and every night and wish I was sitting back on that balcony.
I know it. Me too.
You have such a homey, warm place.
Well, thank you.
And Essie said, she told me, said, I'm so glad Jerry went. And I told her about that picture, and not one of you can remember the name of that place.
What picture?
Her and Eve were laying in the bed at that.
Well, Valley Springs, but
that wasn't the name of the place itself, was it?
I don't remember.
Well,
But the person that could tell it is Sherry.
Charlotte, did you know Aaron died with a heart attack? Her husband.
No.
He went over to his friends in Texas to work on his deer stand.
Mm.
You know, he wasn't an old man. Do you know? I think he's even younger than Sherry, and a good-looking man, Aaron Dougherty.
I don't think I ever met him.
I bet you didn't, but I met him at Linda's funeral and everything.
Yeah.
And he went over in the East Texas and was working on his deer stand for the winter. And he called her at 1 o'clock in the morning and told her, said, if I don't see you again, I want you to know I love you more than anything in the world. And they called her, and he got up at 7 o'clock and was eating his breakfast, getting ready to go and drop dead. Heart attack. So she's sitting up there at, where did she? Moore'sport by herself.
Well,
He built the room for Linda.
Yeah, I'd heard
and
that.
We got into all the confusion over the money and all of that. And now Sherry's just left, and she did idolize Linda.
Yeah.
So what a sad life. And they never had a life.
Well, she could tell the name of that motel.
And Essie can't remember.
Well, somebody ought to call Sherry.
Well, Essie talks with Sherry. I'm going to tell her to ask her.
Yeah.
Sherry calls Essie.
Yeah.
But anyway, Essie couldn't believe it. And I said, somebody took your all's picture. And she said it had to be Charlotte.
It was me. I've always liked to take pictures.
She don't even remember it. I said, Jerry couldn't remember the name of the place. And she couldn't, Charlotte couldn't either. And you all three remember Valley Springs, but you don't remember the... And she said, well, I don't know. Essie's memory's getting as fuzzy as Savannah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, I'm so glad to hear from you.
Well, honey, I've put it off far too long. I've been meaning to call y'all, and tonight I said, well, it's 9:15, but I'm going to call anyway. But I've kept you too long.
Oh, no.
Going to try to get you off a letter.
Okay.
And just all you remember is I love you.
Well, we love you,
I love
too.
you, too.
And whenever you can get your reunion going, just give us a call.
Oh, we will.
We don't make us. We always be at any time be glad.
Yeah. So we'll work it out.
And I'll be getting you off a letter.
Okay.
And thank you. You'll have to write the books.
Well,
you can write poems. You can write books.
I think it needs to be written.
Some of our life does need to be written down.
Yeah.
Well, okay, babies.
Well, I love you.
I love you.
Love you,
both.
too.
And I'll talk to y'all most any time.
Okay.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.